Hi. Oh, it's wild out there. The rain is splashing against the windows. The wind is howling. I'm hoping Storm Dave's not on its way. They have predicted gale force winds. I don't like the wind. Hey Nathan, is it windy where you are? It is here. I can hear the rain and I don't like it. Hi Sophie. I don't like storms, I've decided. Oh, they make me shudder. You know, you think the damage that might happen, things that might be blown about. Oh, you've got a bit of wind in the willows, have you? Yeah, I've got a baggy eye. It's only that eye, isn't it? Yeah, it's a baggy eye. Oh, well. What do I expect at my time of life? It's windy there, isn't it? It hasn't been bad all day. It's just kind of started up in the last half hour. It's got really wild. It's like, oh, I don't like it. I'm having my coffee and trying to ignore it. Having a painkiller. They never give me enough. I'm supposed to take 8 a day. I don't, but they only give me 30. Yeah. Hi, Linda. Hi, Val. Hi, Julie. Hi, Doris. My goodness, you all came on a bus. Hi, Esther. Oh, don't like the rain. No, don't like the rain. I didn't know whether you'd be with us or not, Linda, with you being away. Yeah, it's arrived here about half an hour ago, Val. It was all right until then, and then all of a sudden started raining like mad. Oh, yeah, I'll bring that book on Wednesday, Val. I've read the first one. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't know whether you will or not, but I did. I enjoyed it, yeah. It's set just as the war is ending, but it's not harping back to the war. It's just like how people are coping after the war, yeah. Oh, you're still in Ayrshire? I thought you'd come back because you're on the live, yeah. Yeah, yes. Well, they give him some strange names, but now it's Dave. It's supposed to be, is it 80 mile an hour in Scotland and about 70 down here? I want 1 mile an hour. Thank you. I don't want anything. Well, I can sort of uh, put myself there, if you know what I mean, Val, because it's set just after the war. When I was born, just kind of as the war was ending, I was born. So it is kind of like my era. Oh, you saw Elvis working at the Burger King. Well, it makes a change from the chip shop, doesn't it? Everybody's always seeing Elvis in the chip shop, aren't they? It wasn't one of those impersonators, was it? Even my coffee's going colder than I can drink it. Usually it stays what? The cup's warm, but the coffee inside's going cold. Oh dear. And I've got my heat pad on my back because my back is going today. Oh, dong to you as well. Who is sending a message to me? Message in a bottle. Oh, oh goodness. Something's chucking itself about out in the back garden. Yard. I said back garden because it sounds nice, doesn't it? Hi, Ethan. I don't know what that was. Please don't forget to thumbs up. 22 people, 6 thumbs up. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Just saying, just saying. My fringe is going less and less. I think I'm going bald. Oh, I need one of them, them fake fringes that you put across the front. I'm going bald. You're eating Ovaltine powder with a spoon. I used to eat, what do you call it, Horlicks, like that. I must find those Horlicks tablets that you got for me, Val. They were really nice. Ooh. I know you found them in some shop or other, and I've not been down. I don't go shopping these days. If they don't have it on Amazon, I don't get it. Yeah, because my niece, it was her birthday yesterday, so obviously she didn't come this weekend because it's Easter and B, it's her birthday. So I might see her next week or something like that. Oh yeah, got to have a trout pump. Here's my lips. I'm following after. Oh, I don't. Oh God, I cringe anybody coming near me. I don't like the dentist, when they come near you with that needle. Ooh, in a tube in B&M. I don't like going shopping. I have to be forced like a winkle out of its shell in this kind of weather. Oh, I couldn't be doing with Botox, and I can't. Oh, thought of needles. I mean, I have to have a needle in my stomach because of me diabetes. That's bad enough, yeah. You got to lift to bingo. I know you wouldn't miss your bingo. You go to the bingo in an 80-mile-an-hour gale. Oh dear. I thought you were staying overnight. I don't know why I got that in my head. You were staying overnight. I didn't think we'd see you today. Yeah, bingo. That's Linda. Linda the bingo queen. Right, what am I up to? I brought me, oh, I don't know whether you can see it or not. Brought me box of tricks with me, with me colours in. So I'm going to see what colour I'm going to have next. I've got 2 boxes, so I alternate between the boxes. Oops, that's where I'm up to so far. I want to done the green. I'll pick another colour now. Pick another colour. Hi, Connie. Good evening, everybody. What colour shall I pick next? Shall I have... Oh, could I have blue? I've not had blue for a bit, have I? Ooh, black and purple. I haven't got black and purple in this trolley. It'll have to be black and purple when I get the next trolley out. I've got 2 trolleys, you see. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I know. If you ever have a friend who's ethnic, they get bullied, don't they? Because they've got big lips and a big bottom. And now, I rest my case. Yeah, I'm a trolley dolly, yeah. I had big black eyebrows and I've overplucked them, so I've not got much left now. They used to go like that. They were like a monobrow. I was like, what's he called him out of Oasis? Noel Gallagher, was it? I used to have big, thick eyebrows and I hated them. Oh, kids are evil. They pick on anything, don't they? They used to call me an ape because I had black, hairy arms. Monkey, they used to call me monkey. I had a right complex. I wouldn't wear short sleeves all through my teens. Oh gosh, you've got the real Did you get the moustache when you hit menopause? Yeah, I did. I could have entered the moustache of the year until I had electrolysis. Or 2 weeks' time you're going for the weekend, right? I thought it was this weekend. I don't know why. I thought it was this weekend because I thought, oh, blimey, you're going away in a gale. Tra-la-la-la. Yeah, my niece might come next week. Maybe the plumber will come back next week. If you watch my video, I had the boiler serviced, thankfully. So everything's safe now. I was just a bit worried because it kept leaking water. And, with it being gas and it not having been serviced for a couple of years at least, to my knowledge, it might have even not been serviced for 3 years. So I thought, oh, you can't muck about, can you, with gas? Anyway, he's going to come back and put me new taps on. This one does stay on the shoulders. I've done a few of them because it's that shape. It wraps round and comes right down here. Let me see. I've got a photo on me, not of me wearing it, but I've got a photograph on my phone of what's she called, Anne Boleyn wearing it. Or is it? No, it's Lady Jane in it that's wearing it. I think it was Lady Jane that was wearing it. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Talk about yourselves. La 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 la. Oh, doop doop as well. Somebody sending me messages, which I can't look at the moment because I'm too busy looking for a photograph of the shawl. Do, 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 do. I didn't think it was that far along. Millions of photographs of my plants. Almost like taking pictures of my plants. Da, 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 da. There it is. Can you see it, people? That's what it looks like when it's finished. It stays on the shoulders well. That's the back view. So it stays on. Yeah, I've got one, my niece has got one, Val's got one, and several people in the nursing home have got one. I thought they might stay on better for the old dears. If you watch Crafty Cleggs, Jeanette's doing she's taking part in a crochet along and they're doing this shawl, but Jeanette's doing hers in the right wool. It's supposed to be done in 4-ply, or if you're in America, fingering, and on I think it's a 3 hook, whereas I'm using double knit because that's the oddments I've been given. So my shawl comes out a lot bigger than what hers will. And I'm using a 450 hook. But the bigger the better. Keep a person warm, won't it? The bigger the better. So I've not made one actually in the finer yarn. I haven't got any oddments. I don't knit socks really, so I haven't got much in the fine. I've got some machine cones, but no, they're warmer. They were warmer for the old years, won't they, in double knit anyway? I've got 2 of these trolleys full of bits that people have given to me. But I was lucky enough to be given 4 100-gram bowls of blue the other day. So I'm going to be making a shawl in a single colour. But I'm still waiting for that pattern book to come from America. I bet I'll find my pattern when that one arrives. I had another quick look, but I can't bend, to look through all my bookcases. I could do with bookcases all at eye level. Well, of course, they go down to the floor, don't they, and up to the ceiling. Well, not quite the ceiling, but you know what I mean. So I can't see them all. I've got a little list of things for my niece to do because she's taller than me. Can you reach me this down? Can you reach me that down? She says, yeah, make a list. So I've got a list. They're all like 2-minute jobs if you're taller and you can stand on a ladder. She says, oh, yeah, I'll do them. Don't worry about it. She says, I'll do them all for you. Anyway, my plumber man is supposed to be emailing me on Tuesday with a picture of me, the taps I need and an estimate of how much it's going to cost. So I've already got the money. I've got a bookcase, Sophie. I've got one of those Billy bookcases. But they're tall, you know. They're tall, and then I can only see eye level unless I'm bending over. Oh. When I came here, I just put the books on the shelf like dump, 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 just emptied the boxes. Didn't put them in any order. They need taking off and putting, you know, the baby patterns together, the knitting patterns together, shawls and accessories on one shelf, you know, so I can. Oh, the plumber, he's only young, the plumber. Very married, though, very married. And young enough to be my grandson. But a very nice young man he was. Yep, he's a daddy to a little boy and he's getting a little girl in August, so that's nice. He's getting one of each. And he's put my washer back where it belongs, so it's no longer shaking the house down. I said to him, you know, can I trouble you? Like I said, I can't get in the, you know, the powder drawer. And he said, yeah, no bother. I thought, oh, lovely. He didn't need to have done that, did he? It wasn't his job. And he said, I'll look behind it when I come to do the tap, the outside tap. He said, I'll look behind it, make sure the washer's not leaking anymore. And I'll check out what he's done, you know, with the electrics, because I think I told you he was a bit of a cowboy that came with the. So I thought, he's so nice, you know, so obliging. Oof. Something's rolling round the backyard. I've got rid of a lot of the metal and I'm hoping it's not rolling round into the road because I put it by the front gate open that the metal man will take it, yeah. Hey, hi Trish. Hello. I wonder if we'll get Chris. I wonder if he'll remember that we've changed the hour. Shop at do you know, I haven't been in Aldi for since before Christmas. I don't go out. I haven't been out. I just do online shopping or I go to the corner shop that's not a corner. Because and I said before, I've only got room for one bag on my scooter, which is no use at all when I go shopping for the week. So maybe when I get my new scooter, and I must remember to tell him I need a back box on it. It's like a little suitcase at the back that drops down. And you can put a bag of shopping in and shut it up and lock it, yeah. Oh, there you are, Chris. I was just saying, I hope you've remembered about the hour change. We've got heavy rain here and Storm Dave on its way. Why it's called Dave, I really don't know. You were late finishing your lunch. We'll let you off then. Was it a nice lunch? Oh God, you can have some of ours with We have had rain, I think, almost every day since Boxing Day, is it, Nathan? I think Nathan said Boxing Day. I think almost every day we've had rain. Rice and what's a pot sticker? You've been making cake and biscuits again, have you, Sophie? Yeah. What's a pot sticker? Yeah, Sophie's handing them all round. If I had made anything, you wouldn't want it. I'm going to do a sausage casserole tomorrow. I've got my sausages. I've got onions. I've got whatever it is I need to put in it. Guys, what is Gaizoa? I don't even know what Gaizoa is. It's a foreign language to me. I'm not a very adventurous person when it comes to food, I've decided. Oh my God, something is really rolling around the backyard. Oof. Rice wrappers with meat and veg. It sounds all right, yeah, sounds okay. Oof. My driveway is like a wind tunnel, even on a good day. I've got visions. I've only got 2 plant pots out there. I've got visions of them finishing up in the park across the road. We've got a little bin thing that's arrived for us to put our vegetable things in. I've had to wedge mine between 2 bins because otherwise it'll float. It'll be down in Blackpool otherwise. I don't know whose bright idea it was to give us little bins. They're only about that big. You know, to put your potato peelings and bits and pieces in. You're not supposed to put them in your bin anymore. What did I have? Oh, I had minted lamb with con cannon mash. Homemade. Do you know, if I lived anywhere near you, Sophie, I'd be as fat as a house. I've already put £5 on this week and I don't know why. I've had to bring me wind chime in. It was being bashed to bits. It's lovely. It's glass and everything. It was smashing against the window. So I've had to bring it in. Something's rolling around the backyard. I don't know what. I've emptied a lot of plant pots, took all the dead plants out from it. It's probably the plant pots that are rolling around. Oh dear. I've stacked them one inside the other, so they're a pile of rather than single plant pots, but that won't stop them. I only did half of them because my back just decided that he didn't want to do the rest. So, and I thought I'll go out the day after and do them. Anyway, the day after, it absolutely threw it down. Today, I haven't done anything today. I've just sat in my recliner underneath my heated throw because that was the mood I was in and read a book. I'm quite a quick reader when I get going. I only like starting a book when I know I can finish it. I don't like having a book that goes on for days and days and days. Some people do, don't they? They read a few pages and then put it down and then pick it up the day after. Not me. If I have a book, I have to finish it. I stayed up half the night sometimes reading because I want to finish it. What's took off in the high winds? Your plant pots. I think my plant pots will probably be rolling around. They usually don't finish up in anybody else's garden because I've got quite high fences, so they usually just roll round my garden. But I've got rid of the plastic greenhouses. They've gone now. So it was them that used to do 3 or 4 laps round the garden every time it was windy. I've not got them anymore. I need to plant some bulbs, but it's just not been the weather. It says I can plant them March, April, May. So it looks like it might be May before they get planted. Something is definitely going around the garden. I can keep hearing it rolling. I've got nothing on wheels. My table and chairs are hidden around the corner, so hopefully they've not taken off. Where I lived before, not when I lived in Fleetwood, I lived in Prestwich, my garden went down in steps, so the hedges were very high. So it sheltered me from a lot of the wind. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I don't like the sound of wind. Nothing on the telly. I'm not surprised. There's never anything on the telly, is there? Oh, my goodness. I don't think it'll be the big bins. But one never knows. I mean, my cardboard bin's full, but it's not, it's only light, isn't it? It's full of cardboard. So that could be all over the place. Oh, please, I don't want to go and have a look. Oh, somebody's going whoop whoop on my phone. Little workroom crafts is doing a cross stitch as usual. Yeah, I go and sit in the bin, in the cardboard bin. I don't even know when we're supposed to have these little tiny bins collected. They're never going to stay. They'll be all everywhere. They'll be down the road. Ridiculous. I haven't even got a brick I can put on top of it. I want to pinch one of next door's bricks. He's got a few bricks at the front, but he's using them, I think, for a project. You've got no TV. You're not missing anything. Tell you if you've got no TV. You're not missing a thing. The last time I watched TV was called The Midwife, yeah. When that went off, there's nothing else. Nothing else to watch. Who keeps sending me messages? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, Fibre Flues is having a crafty night out if you want to leave me. She usually does one after me, doesn't she? But she's obviously doing one at the same time as me. Oh, Somebody's put a message on one of my YouTube saying Jan does a live every Saturday. So I don't do put that on, but thank you very much. Theatre of your mind, yeah. There's nothing to watch on the telly, is there? I watch YouTube on my telly. So I do have the telly on, but I don't actually watch, what do they call it, terrestrial TV. I don't have any of the Skies or anything like that, Netflixes and stuff. I only watch what's on YouTube. Yeah, I prefer to listen to things because when you're listening, you can actually, get on with something. But when you're watching, you're frightened if you take your eye off something, you miss something, aren't you? Because I'm nosy, like I don't want to miss anything. The minute I look down to do something, something happens. It's like if anybody's watching football, the minute they go to the loo, somebody scores a goal, don't they? Oh, stop it. The balls of wool have fallen out. Right, what shall we have next? We shall have a bright pink. Somebody must have liked a bright pink. It's an oddment I've been given. Yeah, they do a lot of the old things, don't they? I watch Talking Pictures. It's on the telly, but you can also get it on Catch Up or YouTube, I think. And they do all the old films and that black and white films and everything. Oh, this one. It's dead easy to do and it looks like complicated. It's just a matter of slipping stitches. It's a very old pattern. It was a Lister's pattern. And of course, being an old pattern, the biggest size is a 38 bust, which they considered to be a top size back in the day. People were a lot thinner. Don't know what people did who were bigger. They must have had to improvise, yeah, like I do when I want to make anything a bit bigger. But younger knitters don't know how to do that, because they've been brought up with size inclusive patterns, that go up to big sizes, so they don't have to work it out themselves. I was, oh, if the roof blows off, will you come and rescue me? Oh, I don't like it. Yesteryear's knitters made do with very few patterns. And I really don't like this wind. Yeah, I listen to audio books, usually on YouTube, surprisingly enough, but you can listen to them while I'm crocheting. As I say, if I'm watching anything, I have to keep going like that with it, and you get a neck ache through keep looking up, down, looking down, looking up, looking down. Yeah, I've got 31 people in the room and only 18 thumbs up, so. As everybody who has a YouTube channel says, the thumbs up are very important because it helps to get your profile raised. I mean, I got a lovely comment from a lady and she said YouTube had recommended me to her and she liked my channel and she subscribed. So you see, that just works that way, that, that's how you get more subscribers, which I never do. But I mean, it was nice to get a new subscriber being recommended by YouTube that she watches me. Hey, this is what happens, you see, when you do thumbs up for people. Not just me, I mean anybody you watch. It doesn't make much difference to us money-wise, but it does profile-wise. I keep telling you I want to be an overnight sensation, and I better hurry up, haven't I? Because I'm 80 already. Oh dear. Maybe I should make it one of my, what do they say? Put it out to the universe, don't they? But I want to be an overnight sensation before I'm 81. That gives me about 8 or 9 months, yeah, to be discovered. What did he say? It's not what you know, it's who you know, innit? And I don't know anybody. When you see people who've become famous, it's usually, well, a lot of them are famous because the mum and dad are famous, but it's a question of being in the right place at the right time. I mean, not so much now because people just think they're famous because they're an influencer, don't they? I can't influence anybody. Yeah, that's a good idea, yeah. Yeah, he comes in most weeks, he pops in. I don't think he came in last week. Oh, no, did he? He comes in most week, yeah. No, I don't know when anybody's hyped me, but it's nice if anybody does, yeah. Apparently that raises your profile 2 or 3 notches, yeah. Woo! Yeah, shots. I won't say he comes in every week, but he comes in a lot. Just watch today, he won't do because I said he does. But I'm sure people on here will tell you that it's true that he does come in most weeks. He doesn't always stay in, but he does come in and say hello. And then he says, I'm going out to dinner. Bye, I'm going. Or he's going fishing. At least he got rid of his spider, didn't he? Was it spider? Yeah. He found it in the end and killed it. The one that bit him. The man who was in hospital. That was Shad. That was Shad. He was in hospital the other week, yeah. Yeah, he had a mild heart attack, Trish. He was in hospital the other week. Before that, he got bitten by the spider that he couldn't find. It kept biting him. Anyway, he found it and killed it in the end, so at least he's got rid of that now. I couldn't have slept in that house with a spider. Yeah, he came in and said that the other day. My mate, maybe you were missing, maybe you were cooking when he said that. He said he was all right. Yeah, about 2 or 3 weeks back he said it. Anybody else remember him saying that? It's not just me, is it? He said he was all right, yeah, because he came on to say it was, he'd been and come back home when he told me. Yeah. That's next door looking up and down the. She's probably making sure the cars haven't been blown away. He said he was feeling all right, Chris. Does anybody else remember him saying that? I've not just made it up. As long as my garage door stays closed. I tell you, it's fastened to my scooter with bungee straps. It's so light, my garage door, that it just blows open if it's windy. So I have to tie it down. I mean, so far, I'll check in a minute, make sure it is down. But so far, it's managed to stay down with the bungee straps. I bungee strap it to the back of the scooter. The garage has got rails that go up like that, so I put it round that. I put it round the back of the scooter because the scooter's quite heavy, so it should hold it down. When I came, it just kept opening every time there was a bit of wind. I mean, I've got my wool and everything in there. I don't want anybody coming in and pinching me wool. Well, they might pinch the scooter, but I mean, that's rental, so that's all right. I think it's still down. I think I can see it white. As long as I can see white when I look out, I know it's down because it's a white garage door. I don't think it'll open. Touching wood, it hasn't so far. It's what you've got to do, though. You've got to improvise, haven't you? I had a locksmith come down and he reckoned he'd mended it, charged me £160, and I don't think he did. My son had said if he was here, he would have sorted it out, but of course he's not here. Something is rolling around. I'm getting nosy now. I'm just going to have a look. What's rolling around? See if I can rescue it. Oh, oh. It's not the garage door. I don't know why. Nope, don't know what it is. The bins are all in the right places. I don't know what it is. Everything looks as though it's in its right place. Oh. I'll get myself a drink while I'm up. No, the bins are all there and plant pots look as though they're there. I don't know what's rolling round. Can't see a thing. Can't see anything. I admitted I didn't go out. I might have got blown away. Or as my dad used to say, my God, it'll take a hurricane to get you off your feet. Charming. That was me dad. He never believed in giving you praise. Trev, yeah, he rang me. When did he ring me? Oh, it's a couple of months ago. Yeah. He said he was going to come on. But he hasn't. As far as I know, he's still okay. Is my Trev? Yeah, he does keep in touch. I do send him messages, now and again on his WhatsApp. He doesn't always answer me, but so I don't know whether he's on his boat yet or whether he's on land. Yeah, but as far as I know, Trev's fine. He probably goes out at the weekend. I mean, a single young man, he's probably out with his mates, isn't he? I'm saying young man because everybody that's younger than me is a young man. I don't actually know how old he is because I've never seen him. I saw his hands once when he did a video. But you can't tell a person's age from the hands, can you? Yeah. Yeah, I think the wind is sounding worse than what it is actually, because as I say, nothing seems to have moved. You go in as usual. All right, Trish. Thanks for joining us. I bet as soon as you go off, Shad will come on. I'll tell him he's missed you. Yeah, you can tell old women. You can tell mine. Horrible. Somebody asked me were they all bruised. I said, no, they're just full of age spots. And then when you have arthritis, you get like the fat knuckles and misshapen knuckles. You can with mine, yeah. The knuckles are fat and the knuckles, whatever they call them, they're all fat and misshapen, and it's the joys of getting old, isn't it? Oh. That was a lot of a big bang out there now. There is definitely something blowing about now outside. That was definitely a big bang. Well, they hurt a lot, but you have to keep them working because they hurt worse if I don't use them. I just have to keep stopping every now and again when the pain gets a bit bad. But I mean, the specialist used to tell my mum, to stop knitting and stop crocheting. Well, she didn't crochet much, she stopped knitting. And she used to say, I can't stop knitting because if I stop knitting, I'll stop altogether. I mean, she had it much, much worse than me. I mean, one of the ladies at Knit Club, she's got rheumatoid arthritis and her fingers are twisted. And they keep telling her she's got to stop doing things. And she says, no, they won't. Yeah. Yeah. There are always male specialists that tell us to stop doing things, though. They don't say stop cooking for us, do they? Bet they never tell their mothers that. Stop cooking for me, mother. I'll do it myself. Yeah, right. Jeez. I'm hating sitting here listening to this wind. And I don't mean that kind of wind. Yeah, I mean, I pay the price if I do things, but I've still got to do them. I mean, you can't sit here and say, woe is me, I can't do it, because I live on my own, so if I can't do it, it doesn't get done. You know, you just have to soldier on. I know too many people who just sit down and don't do it, expect other people to run round after them. Ooh. I think Storm Dave's arrived. You see me going like that, you know. It's very, very noisy here. Yes, I know too many people who just sit on the bottom and don't do anything. As my gran used to say, can't means won't, try. I try. I don't always do it, but I do try. I've always been fiercely independent, you know. I get told off by my friends by saying, look, if you need help, why don't you ask? And I don't, yeah. I'll struggle. I must admit I couldn't do the washer, couldn't move the washer. It was too heavy for me. That young man just went, moved it. So at least he won't be breaking any more of my glassware. I'm very distracted today. I'm not usually this distracted going, oh, what's that? My ex-husband used to laugh at me because I used to be terrified if it was windy. I used to be putting my head under the covers and he said, what's up with you? I said, I don't like the wind, I can't sleep when it's windy. And I mean, my house was very solidly built. I wasn't in any danger of losing a roof or anything. But I still used to panic when it was windy. Tell him, woo woo. And I won't ask you if anything was waggling. Tell him he can come down here and do his dance for me. I could do a cheering up. Have to wind my little ball up. Oh, 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 oh. It's gone into a little knot. Gosh, this reminds me of my mum. Everything used to come in hanks or skeins or whatever you want to call them. Skeins, some people call them. We used to call them hanks in my day. And my brother always used to slide off if he saw my mother. And I was so too stupid, I'd be reading a book or something. And she said, come and hold this, or come and wind this. I've worn more blooming balls of wool for my mother. Or I had to stand there with my hands like that. My brother always managed to slide off when he saw my mother reaching her bag. Obviously was more clued up than I was. I got lumbered with it all the time. She didn't buy a wool skein for years and years and years. One of those, what do you call them, umbrella things, yeah. Right, what other colour can I have now? The trouble is I've done these in colours. You know, these trolleys. So one's got pastel colours in, that's the other one in the other room. It's got the pastel colours in, and this one's got the brighter colours in. I should have a Swift, that's what it's called, a whizzy whizzy, as I used to call it when I was a little girl. My dad made my mum one, and it was brilliant. And then when everything stopped being into skeins and that, it got thrown away. And it was much better than the tatty things you can buy these days. I mean, some of them look like pieces of Meccano, don't they? Mine's a wooden one, but it's in the garage. Because I don't often have wool that's in a skein, hank, whatever you want to call it, yeah? Because I don't often have the money for a hand-dyed ball of wool. Hand-dyed, what do you call it? Skein, hank. And if I did, I could only afford one. And seeing as I don't really knit socks, although I found my sock patterns, actually. There used to be an online knitting thing, I don't think it's still there, called Knitty. And they had some pair of socks that I knitted. The first pair of socks I knitted, it was called Monkey. And they were like a lacy pattern. And that was the first thing I ever knitted, first pair of socks I ever knitted. And they were lovely. And then Knitty disappeared, I think. And I did find a pair of socks on Ravelry, and it said the pattern is unavailable. And I thought, oh, blimey. Anyway, when I went looking in the garage the other day, I found this folder. Oh, and it smelt of mould. As I fetched it in, it smelt the kitchen out of mouldy. But the monkey pattern was in it. So, yeah, hold me back. I'm so excited, Val. Although I do watch one of the girls now that I've started watching, that her friend Isaac was on it. And I've started watching her now. She's called, is it Crochet Junction? Started watching her. Her friend Lydia does a lot of the shows as well. But she does sewing, and she does the, the craft things that you what do they call them? Instruction things where you do. Sunny and hot. It's blowing a gale here. We've got Storm Dave here, honestly, Lizzie. I'm listening to my garden rolling round. My backyard, sorry. Rolling round. If you've got some heat, can you send some over here? Because we're fed up with the rain. Yeah, even Tom Daly said they were going to change a few things. They need to change the judges for a start off. Nasty pair of whatsits they were. I want to know what they did with all that wool. Did they unravel it all? What did they do with it all? All that good wool. Because it was all expensive stuff they were using, weren't it? I'd like to know what happened to it. Did they unravel it all and make a blanket for somebody, or what did they do? I hope they didn't put it all in the bin. Could have sent it to me, couldn't they, to make me charity shawls? If anybody's got any oddments, let me know. I use them up, as you can see. I mean, I'm a compulsive crocheter, and there is only so many things that I can wear. I decided not to do the black fuzzy one today here, Val, because I thought I can't see what I'm doing. I've sewed the two pieces together. I couldn't even hardly. I found sewing the pieces together worse than crocheting it, actually. So I decided to wheel my cart in here and do this instead. Surprisingly enough, my craft light is brilliant, honestly. I know that Sandy was saying she got a craft light, but she still couldn't do black. I can do black with my craft light. It's really good. It's one of those daylight ones. I paid quite a bit for it, actually. So it's like bend it right down. I have it like there, kind of while I'm doing anything. It's really good. It's on a bendy pole. I couldn't see here. I've only got the overhead light. There's actually 4 lights there. They're quite bright, actually. Oh yeah, yeah. The one who was steaking. Well, I don't think it was a good idea steaking super chunky. It might have worked if he'd have been using thinner yarn, but I don't think it would have worked. He's probably done better out of being thrown off than he did with staying on. I mean, the ones who stayed on, you don't hear anything of them, do you? The one who got thrown off got more attention than anybody else did. He probably got more people on his YouTube channel than he would have done normally. I mean, the only time I see that Isaac is when I see him on this Crochet Junctions channel. I never see him on his own. I don't know whether he's got one anyway. I don't think they picked people, the right people. I don't know whether nobody applied. But I mean, a couple of them were not very good, were they? I'm not saying that I would have done, because I wouldn't have done it at all, but I wouldn't have put myself forward because I'm not that clever. But I think they could have chosen some different people. I mean, that whole Holger, was he called? He was a great knitter, wasn't he? Right. I won't be watching him. The last time I watched the organ in Blackpool Tower building was, what's he called, Reginald Dixon, yeah? Yeah, they were probably in something. I mean, those 2 judges, they were horrible, weren't they? I mean, one of them had knitted them things that Tom Daly was wearing, and I thought, well, that's no commendation, is it? You know what I mean? He wore the weirdest things possible. Apparently, it was freezing cold in that barn. They were all shivering. And they had to wear the same clothes and things, for continuity. because it was filmed over different days and it was meant to look like they were doing it in the hours. And they weren't. They were doing it in hours, but doing it over different days. So they had to keep wearing the same clothes and the same hairstyle and everything because of continuity. You're going to put your dancing slippers on, Val. Go and have a waltz round the floor. My auntie used to take me to listen to Reginald Dixon. Yeah, Gordon was the first one that went. Yeah. Yeah, you're right there, Nathan, yeah. No, my aunt used to take me. I wasn't really keen on Reginald Dixon. I used to like watching the couples dancing round, yeah. It used to be packed with dancing couples, all with their gold shoes on. Some people used to go on holiday just to go and dance at the Tower Ballroom. Reginald Dixon. Those were the days. Maybe they might do now. See, Strictly's got everybody back in the mood for doing the dancing, hasn't it? Not that I've ever been. We used to do ballroom when we were young. I mean, that was what we used to do on a Saturday night. It was ballroom dancing. You know, before everybody started jiving and stuff like that. Used to go to Billington's in Oldham when I was a teenager. Yeah, it was all ballroom dancing, waltzes, quick steps, stuff like that. There were none of this jiggling about and jiving back then. I've only been in Farmer Pa's once with my son. It's too far for me to get there, you know, by scooter. If I could cut across the fields, I could get there in 5 minutes, couldn't I? I could walk through the horses. But I can't go up the main road because there's no footpath. Somebody had put that, you know, why was there a mobility scooter like going down the road there and all that? And they said, well, there's no footpath. And when I went up in a taxi last time, I looked and there's no footpath. So I couldn't go up there if I wanted. There's no way I would be going on a scooter up that main road. Blimey. There's enough crashes on there to start off with. Sue and all the others that go on a Friday to Farmer Pass. I don't think they're going this Friday because they're going somewhere else for some reason. Yeah, Terry goes and Sue and somebody else, Margaret, I think. When I was a teenager, we used to go to the Tower Ballroom. They used to do like more for the young ones on a Saturday night. you know, dances and stuff. You know, my kind of dancing, not ballroom dancing. Yeah, time's gone by. I used to go to the circus there as well. When they used to flood it and the sea lions used to come on. That's going back some time. And that bloke with the dogs, what was he called? He had all these dogs doing tricks. Those were the days when Blackpool used to be rammed with families and people. Yeah. Now it's full of drunks. Oh, the wind is in the willows. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I found another bag of oddments, well, but it was all cotton this time, all little balls of cotton. Thought, God, if I find any more balls of oddments, I'm going mad. Oh, holy. Blue. Blue, blue, my world is blue. Blue is my world. Now I'm without you. Grey, grey. Oh, now my heat pad wants reheating. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do. Should have brought my other trolley in as well. It's got more colours in that one, paler colours in that one. This one's got the brighter ones. Ooh. Yeah, I found all these bits of cotton that I'd used to make that. I made a cardigan all in like squares. It was meant to look like the Harry Styles thing. When I did it, I hated it. I've never worn it. It's probably going to go on eBay. What are you doing, Janet? You go wrong before you start. It's only granny stitch and I can go wrong, yeah, when I'm not concentrated. Consecrating, as my dad used to say. Are you consecrating? He used to love to drive my son mad by saying the wrong word for everything. He used to say coinky dinky for a coincidence. And Irene used to say, it's not that, Grandad, it's not that. It's not a quinky dinky. My light just went out. It's had enough of the wind, it's gone out. I've got a light over my garage. It's supposed to be one of those that when anybody walks towards it, it comes on. But it's got a mind of its own. It just comes on when it feels like it. It's supposed to be motion controlled. I don't know why I bought the ones that's supposed to come on when you walk towards them in the garden, and not one of them's ever worked. I seem to be the one who buys the Amazon defective ones. I was laughing at a bloke the other day. He put a video up. He bought this blow-up sofa from the, the tea place. And when he blew it up, it was like a dog bed. He said, he showed the model sitting on it, reclined, and he said she must have been about 2'6", this model. He tried to sit on it until it went straight over backwards. I thought, well, that serves you right. Yeah, it probably was that Photoshop or AI or something. He showed the box, and there was this blonde woman reclining on this like a sofa. And the one he got, it was that low on the ground. It was just like a dog bed. When he sat on it, he just went straight over backwards. The only thing I ever bought that was any good was a set of blocking pins. They were like a comb, like 5 little things, and you put it in. Then I found out they were cheaper on Amazon. So although they were all right, it cost me more than Amazon. And the nail files that I got that had no... I felt my nails once and all the grit fell off them. If you can see them. They're just blank now. They don't file anything. And I used them once. Well, there's no grit left. So I don't think I'll be buying anything from them anymore. La, 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 la. I just ordered another heat pad. This heat pad's biting the dust. I've just ordered another one today. It's got a bit sad and past its best. So I've just ordered another one. I think it's been warmed up too many times. I'll put it back in the microwave. Did you hear that? That was that loud. I'm sure you would read it. Oh, audible. I spent £4.32 on the electric today. I don't like to spend that much. May have got the heating on, that's probably why. Hello, who do you want me? Who wants me? Oh. Mean Queen Super Scrimper, how much do you pay for your shopping? I like her. She goes, toodle pip. Can you see me, mother? She's funny. She's doing litter picking at the moment. She's going around an industrial estate. I mean, it was pretty disgusting. It was the road to an industrial estate, and it looked like all the drivers that had ever gone past had thrown everything out the window. bottles and all sorts of stuff. She decided to choose that to clear up. She got a litter picker thing in a big sack. God, it was a mess. It was disgusting. You know, the firms that were in this industrial estate should get somebody to come and pick it all up, because it's obviously their drivers that is dropping it all. It's not a picnic spot or anything. They'll throw all the bottles and cans and all sorts of things, throw them all out the window. She filled about 6 bags and she only went a little distance up the road. I mean, the people who work at that place must see it all when they go past. It's disgusting. People just throw things out the windows. I can remember when the sun was only small, somebody threw something out the window. He picked it up, threw it back in the window, said, I think you dropped this. Right, my son had when he was a baby, he had a lovely coverlet, you know, that you put over the pram. Somebody threw a cigarette out of the car window and it landed on it, and before I could take it off it burnt a hole in it. I thought it was a baby. Could have hit his face or anything. You don't throw a lit cigarette out of a window. Obviously those kind of people do. Cars have got ashtrays, that's what they're for. Well, they used to, they don't have them anymore, I don't think. Oh. Oh. Anybody got a spare pair of knees? They're not on. Oh, that's red hot now. Oh. It's too hot now. Oh. That's better, a bit of warmth. Does anybody else have heat pads? I know Chris does. Am I the only one that needs a heat pad? Oh. You've got yours on, have you? Yeah, I've just warmed mine up again. I think I warmed it a bit too much. It's a bit red hot. It'll cool down. I can't sleep without mine. I have to have it in the small of my back before I can get to sleep. Oh, don't get old. It's knackering. Knackering. You're covered in stickers. I've got my blooming, what do you call it? My morphine patch. It doesn't do a thing. I'm sure they give me the placebos. I swear they do. Oh. No, it's too hot now. I'll have to keep moving it. It's too hot. I've heated it up too much. On the instructions, it says heat it up for a minute. It's not even vaguely warm when you heat it for a minute. The only trouble with these morphine patches, the only thing they do is make me itch. And when I take them off, they leave a big red mark and scratch like mad. I think I'm allergic to the plaster or whatever it is. Yeah, I've got a morphine patch. They're no good, I'll tell you that for a fact, Chris. That's the animal you don't have. Doesn't work. Don't work. They started me off with 5 milligrams and that didn't work. Then they gave me 10. That didn't work. And now they give me 15 and they don't work. I had a week without them because they didn't prescribe them for me. And I didn't notice any difference, except I didn't itch. Of course, there's such a beast as a morphine patch. My mate's on them as well. Well, as I say, I don't think they go through to my skin. They don't go through my skin to go to my blood supply. That's what they're supposed to do. I wouldn't wish for one, Chris. I wouldn't worry. You're not missing anything. Is it not morphine? That's probably why it don't work then. It's supposed to be a morphine patch. But it doesn't do a thing for me. I've got an itchy reaction to it. It itches my skin. Did it work for you? It's not working for me at all. Honestly, it's doing nothing at all. It's just like I'm just putting elastoplast on. He said, let me know if they're not working. I thought, fuck, there's no point. I'm waiting to get the results of that MRI scan. Hopefully I'll get something decent now. Something appropriate. Somebody sent me, I think it was Nathan, sent me a little video, like what you can buy in the US, where you can buy like great big potfuls of ibuprofen and potfuls of paracetamol and that. We can't get them. We can get about 20 at a time. That's all we can buy. 16, I think, or 20 in a packet of paracetamol. And tramadol they gave me 100, but I've got to take 8 a day, so that won't last me a month. Yeah, that's probably why it's not working with me then. I mean, morphine itself does work, because when I had my back operation, I was on a drip. They put a drip in my spine. That worked wonderful. So yeah, morphine does work. It's just they don't give it me. No, honestly, mine doesn't. It doesn't do anything, Chris. It's just like I've not got one on. It's just like putting an ordinary elastoplast on my arm. You know, I thought I'd have some relief, but no, nothing at all. As I say, I was without it for a week and there was no difference. Yeah, I wish I could have a drip. Can you imagine me dragging it around with me wherever I go? Attached to a drip like we used to when we went to the loo. After you'd had an operation, you had to take it with you. No, the morphine drip worked wonderful. And actually, the tablets they gave me when I came out of hospital, when I'd had my back operation, they worked. But they wouldn't give them me anymore after. They said, no, you had enough. They wouldn't give me any more. But they worked. But these patches don't do anything. Yeah, my friend's got Oromorph, is it called? And that works a bit for her. But they've not offered me that. That's what I'm saying. I hope when I get the results of this MRI scan that they'll tell me what exactly is wrong with my neck and my back. Because I had a head to toe scan, like from there down to the bottom. So they should be able to see something that's wrong. But they said it could be 6 weeks before you hear any results. 6 weeks? Takes them 6 weeks to look at it and get back to my physiotherapist. It's as bad as my scooter. That was supposed to be 6 weeks. It's been about 10, I think. He came off his holidays yesterday, my scooter man, so maybe I might hear something on Monday. He said it was on his way before he went away. He went away for 3 weeks. So he said it was on its way. He said it should arrive while I'm away. Still waiting. Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? I spent more. What do you think? How many hours do you spend in your life waiting for appointments, waiting in the doctors, waiting at the hospital, waiting at the dentist? When I used to go to see the orthopedics, it used to be 3 hours of a job. I used to take my crochet in here. Yeah, I'd be 3 hours waiting in orthopedics. I used to take my crochet or a book. And what used to get me is people who must have known what it was going to be like. They used to sit there getting bored and twitching about there and saying, oh, I wish we'd have brought something. I thought, well, you know what it's like. You know, and then you get in to see him and you think, hey, where are you? Then you say, go and have an x-ray. So you go to x-ray, wait another hour. Then you come back and wait another hour. You might as well just take your dinner. I don't know whether it's like that in America. That's what it's like here. Unless, of course, we've got money and we pay. Then you go, come in, come in, come in. 2 minutes of a job, you're in and out. Oh, dear. Tell me about it. They say money can't buy your health, but it can make it a lot easier. I've crocheted a shawl, Chris, while I've been waiting. I used to have my hospital shawl. It was always the virus shawl because I could do that without a pattern. And I used to have one little project bag that I call my hospital project bag. And whenever I was going for an appointment, I used to pick it up and take it with me. And that's all I ever used to take. A couple of balls and my project bag and my hook. And I used to nearly finish a shawl by the time I've been waiting. That's why I had a whole host of virus shawls. Man, that was back in the day when I used to sell them. Those days are gone. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. The rain stopped. Hopefully the wind will stop soon. Maybe that's our little bit of the storm day. Maybe we're not getting it here. You love the rain, oh my God. Move to England. You'd be sick of it, be that. You'd be sick of it. I tell you, we're sick of it. It's been every day, hasn't it, Nathan? Every day since Christmas, I think it's rained. Every single day. And I don't just mean pitter-patter rain. I mean absolutely torrential rain. I've had puddles on my driveway that never dry up. Oh, well, I spoke too soon. The wind's throwing things around the garden again. I keep calling it a garden. It's just wishful thinking. It's a backyard. I've never had a house without a garden. Till now. I haven't got a front garden. I haven't got a back garden. I've got pebbles up the front that are terribly depressing. There's not even a tree. And at the backyard, all I've got is paving stones. I need a landscape gardener to come and rip it all up. Yoo-hoo-hoo. Whippoorwill in the willows sang a sweet melody, riding home with my pony, my rifle, and me. That was Ricky Nelson in Rio Bravo. Sang that. I absolutely adored Ricky Nelson. I watched Rio Bravo about 25 times. It's a wonder I don't have it on a DVD. With my friend, it was Dirty Dancing. Every time I went round to her house, we had to watch Dirty Dancing for about the millionth time. Should have brought me wool winder in, shouldn't I? You're off to bed. Bye, Val. See you on Wednesday. Unless you've gone away. Something just hit the window. At least it's not me wind chime. I brought it in. It kept smashing on the window and it was made of glass and I thought it's going to break. So it's hanging in now, so it's not a wind chime anymore. It's an indoor chime. But it was so pretty, I didn't want to break it. This is not doing my wrists any good, this. I should have brought my wool winder. Really wound it. There was more on the ball than I thought there was. Right, put that back in there. Let's have a look for another colour. What have I got in the bottom row? Oh, I've got oranges. I could have orange, couldn't I? Oh, peachy colour. Peachy colour. I've got a friend whose dog's called Peachy. It is like an apricot colour. So she called it Peachy. I think it's a little girl. It's a bit of a funny name if it's a little boy, isn't it? It's one of those cockapoo things, I think, or a poodle, one of the two. I get mixed up because they've got curly coats, haven't they? There was a tiny little black miniature poodle the other day I was talking to. Oh, bonny little thing. I talk to all the dogs. I talk to an old staffy that goes past every day. Oh, bless it, it's got arthritis. It can hardly walk. It's only 8 as well. It's not an old dog. He got it from a rescue place. He said he thinks the owner got rid of it because, you know, it's arthritis. It costs him at the vets, obviously, for its medication to try and help it with its arthritis. He said, I think that's why they got rid of it. People tend to do that, don't they? They love the dogs and the puppies until they get something wrong with them and then they don't want them anymore. The dog's your dog for life. Well, it's life, I should say. Do 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 do. There was a little dog the other day. If it hadn't been miles away, and they said it was a lap dog and it just wanted to curl up. It didn't do anything. It was an elderly dog, and I thought that sounds like my kind of dog. Just wants to curl up and be patted. Oh, this is splitty wool. You ever get wool that splits? This one's splitting. I've only done about 3 clusters with it and it's splitting like mad. Some wool drives you mad, doesn't it, when it splits all the time? I think I'm going to have my Kit Kat because that splitting wool is driving me mad. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Oh, Kit Kat. At least it's not made by Cadbury's. I don't know whether it's corn oil or what the heck it is. I hope it's not corn oil. Oh, I hate splitty yarn. Let's have a look what it's got in it. Oh, doesn't tell me. Thought they were supposed to tell you. It's probably on the outside of the packet, isn't it? Contains wheat and milk. May contain peanuts and nuts. Don't say anything about, because I don't like the ones with palm oil or whatever. That's why I don't eat Cadbury's anymore. I used to love Cadbury's chocolate. I thought it was the best chocolate ever, but now it's rubbish. I think we should all boycott it. It came in a big packet, so I think it's probably on the outside of the big packet, Chris. It's a multi-pack. I don't think it's got anything. As I say, it's from a multi-pack of 4 So it's probably on the outside of that pack. UK only, not for sale in anywhere else. Perhaps that's why it says UK only. Perhaps it's got our kind of oil in it. No, after Cadbury's got bought over by an American company, it's gone to pot. It's horrible now, the chocolate. I always used to buy Cadbury's dairy milk and loved it, but now I don't. It tastes funny. I don't know what Cadbury's has got in it now, but they've mucked about with it. Our junk food's probably full of all sorts. That's why I don't do takeaways. You know, fast food stuff. Don't touch it. I've not eaten a burger since the mad cow situation. See, the EU wants us to stop calling marmalade marmalade. Eh? Why? Anybody tell me why we've got to stop calling marmalade marmalade? I thought we weren't in the EU anymore. What's it got to do with marmalade? I don't know. That wouldn't surprise me. People paying a fortune for bottled water, and it's probably just tap water that they've stuck in a bottle. Nothing surprises me anymore. Don't know why they want us to change the name of marmalade. I just saw it before. Marmalade to be rebranded. Marmalade will not have to be renamed due to EU regulations, despite claims from senior Tory politicians that it's all a rubbish. They're trying to say it's got to be changed its name. UK government's planned EU food deal. The breakfast favourite will have to be sold as citrus marmalade. Eh? Oh, God. They make you sick, don't they? Apparently got to say, oh, Hershey's. Bleh. Hershey's chocolate is vile. I can remember being so excited. We used to hear about Hershey bars and everything like that in England, and somebody in America sent me one. And I absolutely thought it was awful. Yeah, it's got to be called citrus marmalade, apparently. Post-Brexit deal or something with the EU. Oh, God. Why do we have to change everything? No other country does. We have to fall in line with everybody else. Why? We're not in the EU. We left it ages ago. I think they try to take our mind off things. You thought I said marmite, no marmalade. Well, they'll probably have a go at marmite soon. Nathan, nothing's safe anymore. Yeah, they try to take our mind off the fact that petrol's gone up. And I mean, it doesn't directly affect me because I don't have anything that's driven by petrol, but it does affect me because everything that gets delivered, it's the cost of the diesel and the petrol's gone up, hasn't it? So yeah, directly it does affect everybody, even though I don't drive a car, because everything will go up because the companies cannot absorb that kind of a rise, an increase. I don't know about America with the gas guzzling cars. I mean, most of our cars in the UK are quite small and quite economical compared to American cars. Except these people who drive them great big 4x4s. Yeah. Yeah, they say, get an electric car. Everybody's got to have an electric car. Then they put the price of the electric up, don't they? We can't win with anything. Nobody can win with anything these days. We'll be taxing the air, it'll be breathing a bit, won't we? I don't know about the US, but the UK were taxed to death. Everything's taxation, tax mad. They tax your wages, they tax when you go into pay into your pension, and then when you get your pension, they tax you again. Oh, school mums, yeah. It's not as if they have to go rough riding, is it, over country lanes like 4x4s are you always think of them as being for farmers, don't you? That have to go down farm tracks and everything. Not these Cheshire mums taking their kids to school. Maybe the little darlings will get off their backsides and walk to school. Mummy can't be bothered to walk the kids to school because mummy's too busy having her lips pumped up. Going for her facials. Maybe the nanny can take them to school. You wonder why some people have kids, don't you? They have kids, then have a full-time nanny, so they never even look after the kids at all. Thought that was part of the pleasure of having children. I mean, I know they're a pain in the neck sometimes, but, you know, I didn't have a child to farm it off on somebody else, although it would have been lovely at times, but you know what I mean? You've got to expect sacrifices when you have a child. You can't do what you did before. But a lot of people think they can just continue with their life and just palm the kid off on somebody else. Oh, it's splitting like mad, this one. I'll be glad when I finish this colour. It's like a kind of a crepe. It's splitting. Dee, dee, dee. Well, I've done 1, 2, 3, 4. I've done, this will be 5th colour I've done, so it's growing a bit. You take quite a bit of all these because they're quite big. As I said, Jeanette's using hand-dyed yarn to do hers. But she's doing hers in finer, like a fingering yarn. So hers won't come out as big as mine. But somebody's doing a crochet along with this pattern. I don't know who. Jeanette did say, but I didn't take it in because I don't join in on things like that. I'd get fed up with the crochet along, you know, when they tell you so many rows and then you've got to wait, well, the next month. I saw something funny the other day. They said WIP, you know, like works in progress, it should stand for waiting in piles. I thought that was good. That's true of a lot of people. They've got loads and loads of things on the needles and the hooks and loads of projects in bags and stuff. I can't do that, Mia. I've got to get things finished. I've got 2 on the go at the moment. That's about my maximum, really, 2. Occasionally I might have 3, but it's very rare. You know, these people who have cast-on-itis and they have to cast on about 12 things. And it's not just knitting and crocheting. A lot of them have got embroidery and cross stitch and everything else as well. I couldn't do it. I know Sheila does it, but I couldn't do it. I'd forget what I was up to. I like to concentrate on one thing till I finish it. Admittedly, I put the black down today because I'd have had to be staring at it instead of looking at the screen and seeing what people are writing. Although everybody's gone quiet. Oh, you've all gone quiet over there. Oh, you've all gone quiet over there. I should get a kazoo, shouldn't I? I hope I feel like doing something tomorrow. I just couldn't do anything today. It's not like me. I mean, I had a shower and I washed my dishes and I made me dinner, but I just couldn't do anything. Everything was too hurty. I usually manage to do something even when I'm feeling like this, but today I gave up. It's not like me to usually give up, but I did. I sat in my recliner and I read a book, which is just not like me at all. Normally I make myself do something. I don't give in. I'm a stubborn old cow. But today, no, I did. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Oh, started up again, the wind. Storm Dave, will you just be off? Otherwise, I won't get any sleep tonight. I can't sleep when it's windy. I'll be up all night under my heated throw. Does the wind not bother anybody else? I don't mean internal wind, I mean the wind outside. I don't know what's whizzing around. I've wedged everything as best as I can. It's usually the plastic grow houses that are going flying around, but I've got rid of them. And the bins are jammed together. So I don't know what's whizzing around. Probably the plant pots, the empty plant pots. Oh, at least my garage doors have stayed locked down. Everybody's gone quiet. Nobody's talking to me. Perhaps everybody's nodded off. I know Val said she was going. Don't know where anybody else is. Everybody's gone to bed, I think, and left me. Storm Dave, be off. My internet keeps flicking. Sophie said hers was going off. If she disappeared, she said it would be going off. I hope this one doesn't go off. If I disappear, you know my internet's gone off. It keeps flicking. Oh, I do. I really don't like stormy weather. My dad tried very hard with me when I was a little kiddie to not be afraid, thundering and lightning, but it never worked. I was petrified, absolutely petrified. He used to try all the usual tricks you try with a child. It's just the clouds banging together. But no, it never worked. He used to sit me on the back steps watching the rain. I still didn't like it. My ex-husband used to laugh at me. He used to make fun of me because I used to go and hide. It was windy. And if I got in bed, I used to put the covers over my head and tell him to, don't tell me. If anything blows away, don't tell me. It just really bothers me. I know you shouldn't be bothered about it, but it does. Funny enough, I didn't bother as much when I had Buster, when I had the dog. Because he didn't like it when it was stormy. So I think I used to have to stay calm. For him, we used to cuddle up together. He'd come and lie on the bed next to me when it was bad weather. Because he didn't like storms. He wouldn't go for a wee or anything when it was bad. Right, let me look for something else now. I could do red, couldn't I? I've not done red for a bit. I know red and orange clash, but never mind. Oh. Oh, I know, I miss that doggy. I miss my Buster. I mean, Gigi was fine, but he wasn't any help when it was stormy weather. Gigi used to climb up underneath my jumper when he didn't like the weather. I used to be wearing him. If you remember, he used to come right up here, Gigi. He used to be inside my shawl and everywhere. He didn't like the bad weather at all. And Buster used to come and try and be a lap dog. Have you ever tried cuddling a bull boxer? He was part staffy and part boxer. And he was a big lad. And he used to want to sit on my knee. Oh dear. And if he couldn't sit on my knee, he used to sit behind me. So I was leaning on him. He used to like being right at the back of me. I don't know whether he thought he was hiding or what. But that's where he would be. And Gigi used to be up here somewhere. I used to be wearing a pair of them. At least I could crochet over the top of Gigi. If you remember him being on my lives with me. He used to pop his head out and have a look, and people used to say, "Oh, you've got a dog." I don't know whether they thought I had a big hump at the front of me. Because he'd be underneath my cardigan or underneath my shawl. And then all of a sudden this little head would pop out and he'd have a look round and he'd go back underneath again. Oh, Gigi, I couldn't go anywhere without Gigi. I couldn't even go to the bathroom without Gigi. He would follow me everywhere. You didn't have Gigi, you wore Gigi. And he used to, every time about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he used to cry. And I know what he wanted. He wanted me to tip my recliner back, and he used to come on my chest and go to sleep. So we used to have an hour every afternoon about 2 o'clock. And his dad used to say to me, he doesn't do that with us. I said, well, he does it with me. He wants his nap at 2 o'clock, and that's it. We have an hour at 2 o'clock. Come rain, hail, or shine. And he used to hate it if I wore trousers, because he used to sleep in like the hammock of my skirt on my dress. You know, sort of between my knees, he used to sleep there. And he hated it if I wore trousers, because he couldn't. He used to slide in the, you know, the gap. So I don't think I ever wore trousers much. So I think that's probably where I started wearing dresses and skirts, because of Gigi. Now I'm cold if I wear trousers, yeah. Oh yeah, he was very demanding, was Gigi. He was only little, he only weighed 5 pounds, but my goodness me, he ruled the roost. He used to boss the big dogs about, you know, when I had the Rottweilers, and people used to say, aren't you worried about the Rottweilers eating Gigi? I used to say, no, he's the boss. I mean, his dad used to be worried to death. Oh, you got the big dogs, you will look after Gigi, won't you? I said, you don't need to worry. Gigi bosses them about. And they never, ever were aggressive towards him. It's funny. I mean, he was so tiny compared to them. And yet they never touched him at all. They never even menaced him. You know, they never. He used to growl at them, but they never. They never growled at him. They used to let him sleep next to him, and he used to curl up right next to the big dogs, and they never used to bother. I don't know whether he felt secure when he was with the big dogs, but he certainly loved them. I've got loads of pictures of him curled up with Sky and Poppy and Buster. Buster couldn't sleep on his own. Gigi had his own little bed, but he'd go and sit with Buster in his bed. And Buster used to give me that look like, oh, get him off me. I want to sleep. Get him off me, Mum. The cat used to pester Buster. The cat used to love Buster as well. Buster didn't love the cat, but he used to put up with it. Yeah, the cat was always... He never went and slept with Buster, but he'd sleep at the opposite end of the sofa. Buster would be at one end of the sofa, and the cat would be at the other. But I don't think I had the cat when I had Gigi. I don't remember having a cat. I think the cat had gone then. I don't mean gone, I mean passed away. I didn't lose any cats, you know. Next door's cat disappeared, but I don't know. You love the storm? Oh no. I don't like it at all, Esther. When the wind dies down like it has done now, I'm like, oh, that's nice, it's gone now. And then it starts up again. And I'm like, oh no, it's here again. It keeps dying down for about 5 minutes and then it starts again. I don't know whether it's because we're near the sea or what, that we get so much weather. You get the wind off the sea. Oh, this red's a bit thick. I think it must be an Aran. Never mind, it'll be all right. What time is it? 11:15. 11:15 and all's well. Except it's not. I don't know whether Scotland's getting the 80 mile an hour that they've forecast. I've wondered if I've won the lottery. Betcha I've not. I did win £5 the other week. So I just got my ticket money back. So I didn't really win anything, did I? Because when you win a fiver, you haven't really won because you paid a fiver to win a fiver, if you know what I mean. So it's not really winnings, is it? I might as well just donate my money to the lottery for somebody else to win. You don't need to worry about me ever being a big winner. That'll be a laugh, wouldn't it? I came on one day and said, I'm a big winner. So let me have a quick look, see if I won. No. No. Nothing. Nope. I have not got an email telling me I've won. So I haven't even won a lucky dip. Or an unlucky dip, as I call them. Because they never win me anything. I've not even won one of them, lucky dip, for ages. I'm out of favour. I watched something the other day. I was watching something, it went on to something else, it was a tarot thing, and it said, Sagittarius are the lucky signs of the zodiac. I went, must have missed me then. I must be the exception to the rule. No, I've not won anything, not even a lucky dip, Nathan. Not a lucky dip. So I've just donated my money to the fund for somebody else to win. I won a fiver last week, but when you think I'd paid that for the tickets, I hadn't won anything, did I? I just left it in the kitty to go towards paying for my next ticket. I never win anything I can draw out, if you know what I mean. I always just leave it and it pays for the ticket. Well, it don't pay for the ticket, it goes towards the ticket, let's just say, for next month. Because mine goes on a month at a time, yeah. It's making me nervous. Storm Dave, go away. The other day, I thought it'd been snowing. It was hailstones all over the garden. Well, backyard. I couldn't even open the garage door. You didn't get a number, that's 3 of us then. Nathan didn't win either, and I didn't win, you didn't win. So we've all just contributed to somebody else's winnings. I wish somebody would contribute to me having a win. It's not, I'm not lucky. Tell you, I ain't lucky. My plumber knows a good electrician, so I might get that consumer board. I need to get it done. I'd like a rewire, but I can't afford it yet. You got 2 numbers. I haven't got any numbers today, Nathan. Not a number to be had. I hope I wake up tomorrow with some energy to do something. It won't be to do the backyard, will it? I'll be for sure. Unless I'm picking up things from around there that's blown about. I've got another half of the plant pots to empty. I can throw some more away when my bins get emptied on Wednesday, because I've had to put them in the normal bin because I haven't got a green bin. Well, I do, but I'm not paying for one. So I just put the plants in a black bin bag and put them in the dustbin. So I'll wait until it gets emptied, and then I can fill another black plastic bag again. Something's going around the garden again. So then I can put some more into the bin. I've put the soil into a container with a lid on, that was underneath the plants. So I can use that as like a kind of a compost, yeah. I've got bags of new compost, but I'll mix it together with the other stuff. Because you can't put soil in the bin, it'll be too heavy, they'll complain. You get these letters saying you can't put this in, you can't put that in. What are you supposed to do with all the stuff you can't put in? I don't have a car, I can't take it to the tip. It doesn't tell you what you can do with them, it just tells you don't put this in the bin, don't put that in the bin. But what are you supposed to do with it? And then they wonder why people fly tip. Because they just don't know what to do with things. I don't even know if the scrapmen have taken those poles I put at the front. They were the metal poles from the greenhouse. The plastic greenhouse. It was metal poles for the shape and then this thing over the top. I don't even know if the scrapman's taken them. If not, they'll be rolling around the street, won't they now? I put them out on Thursday, but I haven't been to have a look if it's gone yet, if they've gone. If they're still there, I don't know what to do with them. I can't put them in the bin, they won't take them. I mean, my niece took some stuff to the tip for me last time she was here. Can you imagine me trying to go to the tip on my mobility scooter with poles? I look like I'm on the Dodgems, wouldn't I? Because they're quite tall poles. I've still got one greenhouse poles left. I can't take them apart. I have to try and get my niece to do it, or my friend's son if he comes round. They're just, because they've gone rusty, they're just wedged in together and I can't take them apart. My niece might be able to do it. And I can put them at the front. It's getting wild out there. I don't think I'm going to get much sleep tonight, people. Might be sat there with my earphones on, trying to block out the noise. I don't think I've got any, actually. I don't like them little earbuds that fit in your ears. I don't like them. I like the big, the headphones. My friend's got some good ones. They fit round the back, on your bone at the back. Yeah. Oh God. Remember, I think I said on my last video, my mum and dad used to have a caravan by the side of Loch Gilpin. And the caravan used to be rocking about. Anyway, after we'd gone home, they'd had 2 new caravans delivered and they didn't have time to put chains on them, chain them down. And they both blew in the loch. Went straight over into the loch. The loch is a lake, if you're in a Scottish lake. You don't like them either, do you, Julie? No, I don't. No, I haven't got anything like that, Chris. I haven't. I'm not technically minded. I haven't even got earphones for my phone. I used to have earphones when I had a record player, but nobody has a record player anymore, do they? Although they're coming back again, aren't they now? Vinyl is the thing. After you get rid of all your vinyl records, then they suddenly decide that vinyl's the best thing ever. I've still got some LPs in the garage. At the back of the garage, I've still got them. I got rid of a load of them. Well, I didn't get rid of them. My son got rid of a lot of them. Oh. Right, let's think of another colour. I've not had a pale pink for a while, have I? I'll have a pale pink. Ear defenders, yeah. A lot of kids who have autism have to wear them, don't they? I think I should wear them when it's a stormy day. I'll just put them on then. They're noise cancelling ones, yeah, that people have to wear when they're in a noisy environment. That's why people like my relatives that worked in the cotton mills, they all went deaf. Because they didn't wear ear defenders back in the day, did they? We just had to get on with it. We were talking about that the other day, about how they all went. They used to talk to each other way across a room because they didn't speak. They used to do like the lip reading and the hand signals. And they used to use it at our house when they were talking. And the kids were in the room and they were talking about things that they didn't want the kids to listen. If you looked up, they were all doing that. And as kids, you knew they were talking about either somebody or a lady's ailment that they didn't want to discuss in front of a child. My aunts were brilliant. That is why, when you were a kid, you daren't say anything, because even if you were miles away, they would read your lips, yeah? You get told off for saying something or whatever. And you think, how did they hear that? And you think they didn't hear it. They saw your mouth move and they recognised you. Because they were all deaf because they'd worked in the mill that long. I mean, luckily, most people didn't have a TV back then. Otherwise, the TVs would have been so loud. Yeah, my gran was never deaf because she never worked in the mill. She stayed home looking after the house. She was a housewife, yeah, in the old sense of the word, you know. I don't think my other gran ever worked either. Well, she'd 16 kids, so she wouldn't have time to work, would she? I don't think either of my grandmas worked. My mum worked at home with the knitting machines, and then she worked at night, you know, doing the housewife shifts in the mill. I tell you, these young lasses today think they've got it hard. Our grandparents and parents had it blooming hard. They think they're hard done by. They can't afford fast food for the kids. Or they can't afford to go on holiday every year, yeah. I only went on 2 holidays when I was a kid. And they were in caravans, yeah. Yeah, she had 16, my grandma, my mum's mum. And my dad's mum had 9, but only 7 of them survived. 2 died in childhood. Yeah, 16 of them. The eldest ones were nearly married by the time she had the last 4. She had the last 4 on the chain. She was 50 something when she had the last 4. She carried on going for quite a long time. When I was married, she says to me, when I had my son, she said, get on the pill. My mum never told me nothing, but my grandma, with the 16 kids, she told me to get on the pill. She said, there weren't these things when I was young, she said. I had 16, she says, there's no need for you to have that many. I thought, no way am I having that many. Man, I didn't know then I wouldn't have any more, did I? So it wouldn't have mattered. I got me one. Should be lucky that I got me one. I should be grateful. I think people did have big families back then, especially in Ireland, because birth control was illegal, wasn't it, in Ireland? For a long, long time. You can't imagine it, can you? People in power controlling people's lives by saying you can't have any birth control. I mean, there can be many, many reasons why people can't have babies. You know, for medical reasons, it could affect them. And yet they're not supposed to do anything. Well, it was both religions in Ireland. It wasn't just the Catholic, it was the Catholic and the Protestants. It was just illegal altogether in the whole of the country. But my grandma wasn't even Catholic. My other grandma was. My dad's mum was Catholic, yeah. 3 in 3 years. My gran had hers really spaced. I mean, the funny thing was, my grandma was married 4 years and never had any children, and she thought she couldn't have any. And then she finished up with 16 of them. But they're in fours. My grandma's are fours. There was the eldest four, and then there was a big gap, and then there was four more, and then another gap. They went in fours. She had four lots of fours, if you know what I mean. She didn't have them all like years apart, one after the other. No, I just had me and my brother. He was 9 years older than me. That was because of the war mostly, I think. My dad was away, wasn't he, during the war. 3, 4 years, whatever it was. So maybe I would have been born earlier, I don't know. Or maybe there'd be another one in between us, I don't know. But my mum always reckoned she was like 2 years before she had my brother. And then she went another sort of 8 years before she got caught with me, yeah. 5 and 8 years. Oh, I couldn't have coped. I could not have coped without you. I couldn't. I mean, don't get me wrong, I got pregnant, but I couldn't carry him. Hi, Nancy. I'm hiding from the storm, Nancy. It's blowing a gale outside. Things are whizzing round my backyard and I'm not happy. Mm, it's growing, it's growing. I can't take this to Knit Club. I can't take my trolley down the road, can I? If you want to know what I'm crocheting out of, it's this. It's four deep with all my bits, and then I've got another one. If you notice, Nathan, that thing there's gone. I've got another one now, a smaller one. That tall one's gone into the spare bedroom. I'm going to use it to put my plants on. You know, we've got Storm Dave that's blowing everything about in the back garden. Backyard. I keep saying garden. I haven't got a garden. It's wishful thinking. It kind of goes against me saying backyard. It's wishful thinking. I wish I had a garden, yeah. I'll plant all my plants. I've got some bulbs that came yesterday, and I've got some hyacinths coming. You've lost your crow, Joe. I do lose it from time to time. And then I usually find it back again by starting something small, you know. I just go with the flow if I've lost it, because it comes back. If you're just not in the mood for it, just do something else. That's what I do. I'll read or I'll do something else. Oh, thank you, Julie. Yeah, do something small, like a dishcloth or something. Yeah, it's the way I crochet. I mean, I don't crochet a lot like other people. I can't do the other one where people go in and put it over, and oh, I use all my fingers. I know somebody said to me, was it Val said, get one of those things that fit on your finger, you know, that you click to do how many rows you're on. I said, oh, I couldn't deal with anything on my finger. They sell them, don't they, like a finger thingy. Yeah, if I go off my crocheting, I just go off it and read or do something else. It comes back. Usually I'll spot something online and I think, oh, that's nice. And it spurs me on. Yeah, I'm using oddments at the moment, Julie, as you can see, that I got given to me by people at the knit club. Somebody gave me 100 grams of blue the other day, so that'll make a single colour shawl for a change. Otherwise, all the old dears are going to have jazzy ones. Well, this is repetitive. It's only granny stitch. No, I usually carry on looking at things, and then sometimes I'll see something on Pinterest or I'll see something on Facebook and think, oh, I'd like to do that, yeah. No, I can't do that, Chris. I can't deal with, my brain doesn't let me have loads of projects. It's the way some people get bored doing one thing from start to finish and they want to lots and lots and lots of things. I can't be like that. I only like one or two things, you know. I've got two things at the moment, but one of them's that black fluffy. And I just have to really concentrate on doing that. I'd forget where I was up to, you know, I'd forget what hook I was on, I'd forget what I was doing. And, you know, you see people opening these project bags and they've got about 12 or 15 projects on the go. And I'm like, God, I couldn't be like that. Some people have what they call startitis, don't they? They want to keep starting things. I have finishitis. I like to finish things. I don't want to keep starting things. But some people have this compulsion, don't they, to keep starting things. I mean, I find it sort of pretty boring when I'm watching somebody's YouTube channel and all they're doing is showing me things they've worked 2 rows on. I've worked 2 rows on this and I've worked 2 rows on that. And I'm like, get on with something. You keep seeing the same projects, don't you, week after week after week. And I'm like, finish something. I get mad, I'm shouting at the screen, saying, finish something else, stop, and then they started something else another week after, and I'm like, what happened to all the other ones from last week? Why don't you finish something? I can't watch people like that. They just really. Oh, you're getting Storm Dave tomorrow. I've got it here now. It's blowing a gale here. I hope you don't get Storm Dave. It's supposed to be 80 miles an hour in some places. Thankfully, I don't think it's that round here. But it's certainly blowing. Oh. You might have gathered I don't like the wind by me keep rabbiting on about it. I don't usually rabbit on so much about the weather, but it's really upsetting me today. Oh, look at that, I got a knot. Oh no, it's not a knot, it's just a thin bit. I'll crochet it in. It's only a shawl, and I'm sure my old lady or old gentleman gets this. Could be a guy who gets it. Maybe a guy likes a bright coloured shawl. Who am I to say? Not just for ladies. I did a lap blanket in like a dark blue, so that could be for a guy, couldn't it? I don't like lap blankets, I get bored. It's funny, isn't it, how I can do something like this that's quite big, and yet I can't do a lap blanket. It's just the thought of doing a lap blanket that, no, gets on my nerves, yeah. How people do blankets after blankets. I saw a post the other day on Facebook, and this woman had a big stack of blankets like that. And she put on, her husband doesn't want her to make any more blankets. And I'm thinking, I don't blame him. She must have had about 20 blankets in a big pile. I thought, nobody needs that many blankets. If you're going to start making blankets like that, at least give them away. You know, if there's only her and her husband, what does she want 20 blankets for? I've got two. And no, I've got three. One my mum made me, but it's falling to bits, that one. She made it for herself, actually, a long time ago, and it's falling to bits. Because she used that magic loop method. And she wasn't fastened it off properly. So it's all starting to go in the middles. You know, the middles are starting to come apart. I've tried to patch as many as I can, but I don't have any of the colours that she used. So at the moment it's in a bag and it's underneath the bed. And I've got one I made for my daughter-in-law that I finished up with. And then I've got one that some people on here, lovely people on here, made me for my 70th birthday. Still got that 10 years later. It's on the back of the sofa. People at the time crocheted one or two squares and they sent them over. Sham was going to sew them together, but then she became ill. And it finished up with Kelly. Kelly finished up. Yeah. I've never really wanted to make blankets. I made that pink one for my daughter-in-law that I've inherited it. It's a great big pink throw. It was 166 squares it was. I've made jackets in granny squares. I can do them. I don't know what there is about blankets. I just have this. When somebody says make a blanket, I'm like, no. No, I don't want one. I made this yellow, not this one. This one was a gift. I've got a yellow one on the back of here that I made. But it's only like a big black blanket. I made it for on my scooter. There it is there. But then after that, I bought a waterproof cover with fur on the inside. And I use that instead of the blanket. Well, the blanket doesn't keep the wet off, does it? But my friend got this one. It's like, they call it it's like a big apron and it fits over you. You could use it in a wheelchair as well. And it's fur on the inside and this waterproof stuff on the outside. And I use that now. When I'm not using it, it's on the back of me. I sit on it. It's on the back of the scooter back. Best thing I ever bought. Yeah. Keeps me nice. And it's windproof as well, which the blanket isn't. So it keeps my legs nice and warm. I've got a cozy toes as well in the garage where you sort of get into and zip it up. But I can't get in and out of it when I'm going in the shops. So I don't know why I'm keeping it really. I should get rid of it to somebody who has a wheelchair. Because you like slide into it. It's like a baby's cozy toes. But it's for an adult, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people you know, well, we both know, don't we, on YouTube, that send away for these kits. Every time somebody brings out an Easter blanket or a whatever blanket, they send away for them. The only one that I saw that I would have loved to have done, because I wouldn't have do it, was those Janie Crow ones. They are beautiful, those. She does these like, mosaicy ones. They are absolutely gorgeous. But then again, I've seen them done in, oddments like I'm doing here, and they look rubbish. But a friend of mine, she makes them in Scotland. She doesn't make them to sell them, she makes them. And she uses the right colours, and they are fantastic in the right colours. And yet they're rubbish if you do them in the wrong colours. I've seen some horrible ones. Yeah, I wish I had the patience to do a Janie Crow one, but I don't. I know me. I bought two lovely books when I went to Yarndale once, and I gave them away to this friend in Scotland, the one who does them. I gave them to her. I said, I'll never use them. I don't know why I bought them. I said, they're just going to stay on my shelf. They'll be like, what they call coffee table books, where you just look at them. I think I've still got one, actually. Yeah, my friend in Scotland, she's called Hayley. She's put on some blankets on Facebook that she's done. She's done some beautiful blankets. And yet, if she does them for people, people don't want to pay her, She pays a fortune for them. I mean, I know she uses the acrylic, but she still pays a fortune for the blankets. And people just ask her for them, and then they don't want to pay her for them. I mean, they don't appreciate what work goes into the things. But the only thing I say about blankets is if you're making them for anybody, make sure they want one. You might like purple and orange, but if a person is a beige person with a very subtle sort of decor in the house, they do not want a pink, pink, purple, and green throw. And I think a lot of people do, and then they get upset when they say, I've made this for me, and, me niece, me whatever, and she doesn't use it. And I'm like, did you ask her? Did she actually want one? Not everybody's a throw person, are they? I'm not, to be quite honest. I mean, I've got these two because, like, they were made. One was made for me. Yeah, the Persian tiles. That's the one she's done in the right colours. It's gorgeous. In the wrong colours, it's terrible. Some people just think, I can use all my oddments up, don't they? You can't. You've got to do it in a theme. No, she always gets the theme. Yeah, she's made some beautiful ones. She has, honestly. I think the one she's done at the moment, I think she's done that Easter one at the moment. Where's she gone? Oh, that wind. Janet, you can't even spell. Yeah, those are the ones she's done just recently. She's done that Easter one and the others. But she has done the Persian shawl ones in the past. Looking for the ones she's done. She's made absolutely hundreds of these blankets. I mean, she does sort of sell them, but people who buy them off her don't just Don't give her anything for them. We give her peanuts. But she loves making them. I mean, I'm sorry, but if anybody wanted one from me, they'd have to pay. There's no way I would be making them if they didn't pay me. She's made some beautiful baby sets as well, dresses, cardigans and everything. Yeah, Stitched by Mrs. D is... this one, it's Crochet Objet. Not object, it's objet, O-B-J-E-T. It's a paid-for pattern on Ravelry. She's on YouTube as well, but she's called M Days on YouTube. Oh, Mrs. D, yeah. Yeah, she made one for her Nan, and Nan doesn't like it, yeah. That's what I mean, is you see, if you don't ask if they want one, you just give them one, they don't want it. And it was beautiful, that shawl she made for her Nan. And she said she knew her Nan didn't like it. I wish I could find these pictures of what she did. God, they must be way, way back. I'm finding blanket after blanket after blanket, but none of the ones that I mean. She's done some absolutely beautiful baby sets this last. She used to have a YouTube channel, but she's not had one for years and years and years. I got to know her through her YouTube channel, and I did have the pleasure of meeting her a couple of times. But she doesn't have a car anymore. She doesn't drive anymore. Come on, where are they? Where's your blankets? I mean, baby things by the ton. I mean, her brother's got about 5 kiddies. She's made loads of things for her brother, and they were babies. She's got thousands of pictures. Oh, she has a strange haircut. It tickles me with what mascara does she use? They look like big, like they've got about 6 layers of mascara on them. I don't know how she gets her eyeliner to stay on like she does. Mine drifts down my face. Oh, come on, Hayley, where's your blankets? God, she must be further back than I think she is. I can't find them. All I'm finding is her baby blankets, unless she's 2 come off. No, Hayley did used to do YouTubes, but she's not done them for years and years and years. She used to make those hats as well, the character hats, and line them all with the fleece. She did a fortune with them because living in Scotland, everybody wanted warm ears, didn't they? No, I can't find Hayley's blankets anywhere. She must have took the blooming things off. I must send her the other book if I find it. It's in my crochet book somewhere, and I know I'll never do it. I think it's called The Garden something or other. It's one of Janie Crow's. Hayley, blimey, where? No, I can't find them. Oh, hang on, we're getting to them now, I think. Well, these are just pictures of all the squares before she puts them together. She must crochet like the wind, this girl. Every week she's got something on that she's done. You think I crochet a lot? She beats me hands down. And I'm just sorry that she can't sell her stuff. because that girl is so talented. I think she said somebody wanted to buy one of those, like the Persian, and they offered her I think they said £100 to do her one, and it cost her that nearly for the one. So do they realise how many hours you put in them things? No, I can't find one. No, can't find it. Give up. Where am I? Is that for me, Christy? Where am I located? Cleveland, which is about, I don't know how many miles away from what we've got, Fleetwood, if you know Fleetwood. Yeah, yeah, Mrs. D's eyes fascinate me because her eye makeup never moves, does it? And her eyelashes are like, and I'm thinking, I can't do that. I couldn't do that if I tried. As I say, mine finishes up down the face. No, Hayley used to have a channel called Hayley's Hats when she used to make these character hats. But then her little ones were, well, grown up now, but her children were at school then, and they used to go to school wearing these hats. And of course, she used to get loads and loads of orders, from the mums who saw these kids wearing these hats, and she'd get loads and loads of orders for that. And yeah, I use black coal, but it won't stay. Mine's, look, it's going down my face already. Can you see down my face? I have what they call dry eyes, which means they run. How can you have dry eyes when you're constantly like crying? But it's her eyelashes as well on Mrs. D. She's got these. She must have loads of lashes. I don't. I've got no lashes hardly at all on my bottom. I can't put mascara on the bottom. Yeah, I use black coal, but nope, it won't stay on. It runs off. You never see her with smudged eyeliner, do you? Ever? I've used all sorts. I used liquid liner one time, the kind you like peel off. That didn't stay on either. Maybe she does touch it up all the time, yeah? She looks like she's got about 6 layers of mascara on, have you noticed? Really thick mascara. And yet it's not in clumps. Maybe we should ask her on the questions. Don't mind me asking you, but which makeup do you use? Because yours stays on and mine doesn't. Money, I've got a friend whose eyeliner never moves, yeah. I think they're her own lashes. They don't look like fake lashes. Maybe she has those lashes, like people go and have individual lashes glued on, don't they? Instead of having a big, like a fake, fake eyelashes. Maybe she does have them put on, individually. Yeah, maybe she does have water, but she certainly never Not like me. I mean, if you stay with me long enough, look, it starts drifting down, like drifting down my eyes. It doesn't stay on all day without without me looking like a panda. I like to wear eye makeup though, because I've got very indistinct eyes, yeah. Her ears are burning, maybe, but we're not saying anything nasty about her, are we? We're just saying we wonder what she uses on her eyes. We're not calling her, are we? Well, I'm not saying she's not pretty. It's just intriguing me how her eyeliner stays on, Tris. It's just a technical thing I'm asking. How come her eyeliner stays on and mine doesn't? I want to know what she wears. Maybe I could ask her in the comments. No, no, I'm not saying. Yeah, perhaps she does. Perhaps she touches it up. Because I mean, she goes like, and she'll make a bit. I can't do this. I can't edit for the life of me. She'll do a little bit, then she'll disappear, then she'll come back and edit it all together. So, well, unless she keeps touching it up in between, I don't know. I can't edit. I wish I could edit. I could put bits together. I used to be able to when YouTube let you do it. YouTube used to have a program thing that you could edit your videos on it, but then they stopped it. And I haven't got the apps and that to do it. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We're not calling her. I'm not calling her any names, Julie. I'm just saying she's intriguing me with her eyes. I mean, she's certainly got a good business. She sells everything she makes, doesn't she? And that's a wonder in this day and age, really, isn't it? You know, I mean, lots of people are struggling when they make things, aren't they, to sell them. She manages to sell everything she makes, which is it's good. She's obviously got the knack of making what people want to buy, which is in this day and age, it's a kind of difficult, isn't it? Most people can't sell everything they make. Oh, I'm just using oddments that people have given to me, and I'm making shawls to donate to. I keep saying an old people's home, and yet I'm 80, and I'm making them for the oldies. I keep saying that. We're realizing that people in the old folks' home are probably younger than me, but yeah, it's just a shawl. It's a. I'm lucky, really. The ladies at the knit club donate me all the little bits that they don't want anymore. You know, when they've made a garment and they finish up with a little bit. So I use them up, make colourful shawls. I just hope the old dears like colourful shawls because I never get given enough to make one in a single colour. Although I've got enough to make a purple one and I've got enough to make a blue one. Yeah. And I've made a dark blue. You can learn on YouTube. There's lots of guys who knit and crochet now. There's some very, very good how-to videos. Well, that's what it's supposed to be done in, Julie. It's supposed to be done in 4-ply. But A, I don't have any oddments in 4-ply. And B, I'm making them for warmth rather than pretty. But it is a good shawl. It doesn't fall off your shoulders, Julie. It really, it just, that's what I'm doing it for, is that it stays on. sometimes people are in a wheelchair or in a chair. They can't keep putting the shawls back on the shoulders, they start to fall off. Whereas these tend to stay on because of the shape, yeah. Yeah, there's lots of men who crochet and knit now. I mean, at one time it was sort of something that they didn't admit to, wasn't it? I mean, I used to, years and years ago when I had the shop, I used to have a guy that used to come in. And he was an absolutely gorgeous knitter. But everybody used to think he was strange because he knits. And people used to be casting aspersions on his sexuality, because he was a knitter. But no, he was a beautiful knitter. But like you say, at one time, people, if they were a man and they knitted or they sewed, they would keep it to themselves, wouldn't they? But now, no shame in the game, is there? I don't see why there should be anything. I mean, women find it, they want to go and do woodwork, don't they? Or they want to learn how to plaster or anything like that. So why shouldn't a man learn how to? I mean, if you think about it, all the couturiers in Paris, they're men, aren't they, mostly? And yet, yeah, there's not a lot of crochet patterns for men, really. I think knitting is better for men to wear, although crochet might be easier for a man to do, yeah? It depends whether he wants to make anything for himself or whether he just wants to learn to crochet in general, to make a blanket or make whatever, yeah. Yeah, I must admit, they're a bit, they're not very good for men's patterns, are they, in crochet, really? Um, I think, like you say, knitting does look better for a man. But maybe he doesn't want to crochet for a man. Maybe he wants to just learn to crochet. Yeah, I mean, with having the shop, there was one or two. I mean, one lady used to come in all the time and get the patterns and get the wool and everything like that. And I said to her sometime something about knitting, and she said, "Oh, it's not me." She says, "But he won't come in." And it was her husband who knitted for the kids. She said, "He just won't come in." She said, "He makes me come in and pick the patterns." Yeah, I mean, I do. This is why I'm doing it for charities, because I have to crochet. It's like a kind of a drug with me. It calms me down. It, yeah. I mean, that Gregory Stitch, as he called, he wears some really weird stuff, doesn't he? He does crochet for ladies as well. I think he's called Gregory Stitch. He makes long dresses and all sorts. They're a bit OTT. They're like not any, you wouldn't wear them on every day. But he wears like string vesty things all the time, doesn't he? Some men are a bit flamboyant, aren't they? They don't mind wearing things like that. But the average Joe in the street wouldn't want to be wearing a crochet vest, would he really? Like a string vest or something. Well, nobody, my son or my ex-husband would never have worn it, no. But they would both wear knitting. But I think, oh, there's the wind coming up again. I think men are a lot more adventurous in their dress than they used to be. I mean, my ex was very conservative. I couldn't get him off. Yeah, Limon. He crochets, and there's another one called, oh, what's he called? Divine or something. He crochets. And he crochets some weird things. I think it's Divine or Dwayne or something like that. I mean, the crochet crowd bloke, but he tends not to crochet for men, does he? I'm getting this very strange picture of your Mark now. First of all, he was dancing, and now he's going. He looks like a string. My ex used to wear a string vest under his clothes when it was all the fashion. Do you remember that craze in about the 70s, would it be? When men wore cotton string vests underneath the shirts and that. But he drew the line at the mesh underpants. He said they left a pattern on his bottom. I used to have a pattern somewhere for a knitted one. You could knit one in dishcloth cotton. Gosh. Can you imagine anybody now? They'd wear it on top, wouldn't they? These younger men wear it on top of the... My ex wore his underneath his shirt. They were supposed to be like warm. Yeah, I'm getting a very strange image of your husband. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Yeah, that, what's he called, the crochet crowd bloke, he never seems to wear any of his crochet, does he? He does a lot of patterns, but he mostly does patterns, I think, for women, doesn't he? Manny Crochet hasn't done him a lot of good. He's in hospital, isn't he, at the moment, or he's just come home. I think he's had a shoulder replacement or something. It's amazing how many crocheters we've had carpal tunnels done, haven't we? I mean, my shoulder and my arms hurt like anything when I'm doing this, but I can't stop doing it. This is why I'm doing it not for me anymore now, because I've got so many. If you could see how many cardigans and sweaters I've got in my... I can hardly get in my bedroom for rails with sweaters on. I must have a blooming 100 of them. I think I could wear a sweater a day for at least 6 months and not repeat, if you know what I mean. There's some that you've never seen I've got in there. And at the moment, I haven't got a camera that can... Oh, I've got 3 cameras and none of them work. Can you imagine if I... Well, I wouldn't take you in my bedroom anyway, but can you imagine if I showed you? And then I've got a rail in the garage with all the things that I had, what I made to sell, that are going to have to be photographed eventually. My niece is going to take photographs of all the baby things I've got, because I've got 52 baby things that are going on eBay. I need to get me money for my consumer unit somehow. I am addicted. I can't stop it. I go mad if I'm not doing my crocheting. I mean, usually I alternate with knitting, which takes me longer, but at the moment, because of my shoulders and my neck, I can't do my knitting. So it's crochet or nothing. Even though it kills me with my arms, I suffer. I suffer for my craft. But it calms me down. It stops me going potty. Oh, I know. They said 6 weeks. It's been about a month, hasn't it? Can't remember when I went now. But I'm sure it's been a month since I went. But she said as I was going out, it'll be up to 6 weeks before you hear anything. And the physiotherapist said as soon as he gets the results, he'll phone me. So I haven't had a phone call, so I presume he hasn't got the results yet. I mean, it's not that I want anything doing. I don't. I just want... Yeah, it was a Sunday I went, yeah, for a scan in a van, yeah. I don't want an operation. No, it was a Sunday I went, because my niece was going to come on the Saturday and she changed it to the Sunday so she could take me in the car. No, it's like I say, I just want the right medication, which I don't think I'm on at the moment. I'm hoping they don't say I need an operation for anything, although they are threatening me with new hips. But I mean, normally I say I don't want anything, but today I couldn't get off the chair today. I had to tip my recliner up to standing to get out of the chair. I couldn't push myself up on my arms. So, I don't know. We'll see. Wait and see. I'm not preempting anything. I'm just waiting to see what they say. They probably just say you're knackered. And they did a head to toe, so they probably say you haven't got a brain. You have a flaw. It's your brain. We couldn't find it. All we could find was a crochet hook. The part of your brain that says crochet, crochet, crochet. That's why it's really strange whenever I lose my crojo, because it's so unlike me. Yeah. Admitted I don't crochet as much as I used to because I can't, for the hours. I'd sit, if I could, I would sit all day and crochet if I had something to finish. I can't do that anymore now. I can crochet for a few hours and then that's me done. I have to stop. I mean, when I was doing it for a business, I used to crochet the whole time, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I could be addicted to drink or cigarettes or something. I could gamble. I just do the lottery, that's all. I suppose that's a form of gambling, isn't it, really? But, some people are addicted to those one-armed bandits and stuff like that, aren't they? Online, like online games, like there's all them kinds of games in there online that people get into terrible debt with. I've never done any of that, yeah. Yeah, I had a friend whose ex-husband spent all his wages on gambling online, yeah. She got rid of him. Yeah, it was all these like poker games and all kinds of games that people, I mean, they come on the telly, don't they? Are you going to join this? Are you going to join that? And I'm like, no, I don't want to. The only thing I play is solitaire on my phone, and that's free. I don't play anything where you have to spend any money. I'm tight. The only thing I used to do when I was young was used to go in the penny arcades. But even then, I would change, well, in those days, probably about half a crown or 2 shillings. I would, go in there, but I would only spend what I got in my hand. I wouldn't go into any debt, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. No, thankfully, my ex was never a gambler, thankfully. He used to like sport and he used to like horse jumping, but he never liked horse racing. He used to say it was cruel. I had another friend's husband who used to go literally to the dogs, the dog track to the greyhounds and that. He used to bet on the greyhounds, and I'm like, no. It's never interested me, that. Never interested me at all. My son had not an addiction, but he had a thing about them one-armed bandits at one time when he was a kid. But he stopped that, thankfully. It was only just a passing phase. I think he learned his lesson one time when he put all his wage. He'd worked for a week. He used to work in a pub, and he put all his wage on the one-armed bandits one day, and he had to come home with nothing. And I think that pulled him up. He was really upset about it. And I said to him, well, you did it. There's only you can stop doing it, yeah. No, thankfully, we've never had any. We've had a few alcoholics in the family, but no gamblers. Oh. No, at least my addiction is crochet, and it's useful, isn't it? I get something to show at the end of it, don't I? I'm not spending my money on nothing. I definitely had an addiction for buying wool when I was, when I was doing it for a business. That's how come I've got. People think that all the stack I've got in the garage, it comes from the shop, and it doesn't. It comes from my addiction to buying ice yarn. But I am using it up slowly. I'm not buying much. Says she, as she bought that black fluffy wool the other week, but that was only because I wanted it for a specific reason. I didn't buy the black ordinary double knit because I already had that. I am trying to use up what I've got in the garage, and I give some of it away as well. My younger niece's daughter's learning to crochet. She's doing very well at it, actually. So I sent her down with some wool when my other niece was going down. And she's probably going down again. If I see her before she goes down again, I'll send her some more wool. Got to encourage the young ones, haven't we? It's funny how it skipped a complete generation. My older niece can knit, but she doesn't because she hasn't got the time. But my younger niece, no. She's not knitting or crocheted, but her daughter has learned how to do it, which is very nice. I said, oh, my mum would be so pleased that somebody's following our footsteps. Because, of course, I never had a daughter, so I've got nobody to teach. My son never bothered. It wasn't his thing. My mum did try and teach him when he was a tiny kiddie, yeah. But he never got the hang of it. He'd no patience. Right, come on, Janet. Find some other colour. I'll have a pink. It's going to be like Jacob's coat of many colours, isn't it, this? That was one musical I always wanted to go and see, and I never did. Yeah, it's like the drunks, isn't it? They don't go in the pub, people think they've died. Oh, dear. I can remember when I used to go, when I was in my 20s, I used to play darts at the local pub, just to get out of the house, really. I didn't like playing darts. But the two girls there, they worked for the credit bookies. Credit control, they worked. They had to chase people for money. And they used to owe thousands. They had the big gamblers that used to go. They used to rack up thousands of debts. And they were part of credit control. They had to put blocks on them, getting any more credit. I thought, oh, I couldn't believe that people would have. I mean, I'm talking, what, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, when people were thousands of pounds in debt? That was like a lot of money back then. It's like being in tens of thousands of pounds of debt now. But they were real big gamblers. They'd put like £1,000 on a horse or something. Yeah, I was green the other way with the women that used to phone the house till I wised up that he wasn't playing squash. They weren't his squash partners. Well, they might have been his squash partners, but not the way. Nothing to do with a racket, you know. I was naive before the penny dropped. Oof. I wonder how long it'll take Jeanette to make her show. She always gives up with everything she starts, doesn't she? Oh, whoopee doo. Whoopee whoopee doo. Chris, the nitwits are here. If you think I'm going to respond to you, I'm not. Just carry on. I don't give a shit. I'm not even going to answer you. Just go away. I'm going anyway because it's past midnight, so they can talk to themselves because I don't give a shit. Right, people, it's 12:30, so I stayed on longer than usual. So I'm going to go to bed now. Nothing to do with this lot. I'm just going to bed anyway. Good night. Yeah. Good night, Goat Rangers. I'm going to bed because I was going anyway. I always go off at midnight, so it's not you lot that's making me go. It's just I'm going anyway. So the other normal people in the house, thank you very much for your company. And I will speak to you all very soon. Bye now.